Hey family, this is Queen's Eye coming at you today with a video on a witch bottle protection jar spell. First, we're going to cleanse the air with some Palo Santos to get rid of any negativity, any trolls, any negative thoughts, any negative energies. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right. So, everybody who watches my channel knows that I like to hoodoo with a little dolo. So, I've been recording so many videos to get this right. So many edits I'm about out of the herbage. Alright, so with this protection jar spell, you're going to need a couple basic supplies, like a black candle, a white candle, a mason jar with the screw-on lid. You don't have to say mason, but a jar with the screw-on lid that gets tight. Alright, now what you're going to do initially is sage your area and light the white candle. And the whole time you're performing this act, you're going to have that white candle going all the way up until you either charge it outside or the end of your burning of the black candle on the top of the jar. Now, the ingredients for inside the jar, you're going to need some Florida water, about 9 drops. 9 or 13 are good numbers to work with when you're dealing with protection, or 3. So you can use 3 drops of Florida water, 9 drops, or 13 drops of Florida water. These thorns on the rose stem, you're going to need 3, 9, or 13 of those. You're going to need some silver rum. Now, you can get a $1 shooter or a small shooter bottle, the 1 shot. That's fine. Again, it's about intent. You're going to need some wooden broom straws, preferably 3, 9, or 13. What I did was took 1 straw and cut it into 9 pieces. You're going to need some black salt. Now, this is available on a lot of your metaphysical online sites. If you have a metaphysical store in your area, they may have some red salt. That is also good to add, along with any protection herbs like basil, sage. That's the only ones I can think of right now. You're going to need some razor blades, 3, 9, or 13 razor blades. And you're going to need witch balls. Now, witch balls are maybe a little bit difficult to find, but where I am, they're native to the area I live in. So these are witch balls. Alright, and if you don't know where you can find these little pods, they come off of a sweet gum tree. And again, you're going to need 9 of these witch balls. So I would just use 9 for everything. Remember, numerology is important because everything has intention. So you definitely want to keep everything in consistency with protection. And what I did was, and you also need some urine, some first morning urine. So what I did was I got a secondary mason jar and collected my urine and kind of set it to the side till I got ready to do my spell work. Now, what I really did was put it in the refrigerator to preserve it, but I probably should have put it in the sun and let the sun god Amun-Ra charge my urine. But that's the idea for you guys. So I put all of my ingredients, with the exception of the urine, in the jar. I prayed over it. I spoke into it. I spoke things like, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Protect me from all evil. Keep all negativity away from me, etc., etc., etc. I gave it plenty of affirmations. Okay. Then I took a petition paper and I drew the pentacle, which is the star with the circle around it. And then I wrote those affirmations all over that paper, along with my name. So on the back side, it had my name and date of birth. On the other side, it had a pentacle, as well as all the things I wanted to be protected from. Well, all the things that I wanted, which was protection, keep away, block, repel. And so I took a second petition and I wrote down all the things I wanted to be protected from, such as poverty, negativity, evil spirits, demons, etc., etc., etc. And I wrote all of them down on a list, and then I rolled that list away from me. And then I bound it with a black zip tie. You can use string if you don't have a zip tie. All I had was a zip tie. All right. And then I took the petition that had the pentacle and my name and all the things that I wanted it to do. I rolled that towards me. So I got 2 scrolls now. Most people fold it in 3s. The only reason why I did not fold it in 3s is because I wanted it to fit in between all of the obscured the protection stuff, like the blades and the witch balls. Now, the video I watched on YouTube, it said that you could add, you could write the things you want to be protected from on the razor blades. Well, I tried that with a Sharpie marker, and it did not work for me. So that's the reason why I made the scroll, the list, and tied it with a zip tie, because I was unable to do that. If you are, then you don't have to do that. You could just write it on razor blades. So anyway, after I blessed everything, put it in a jar, I then, when I knew I didn't have to add nothing else to my jar, I then, final step was pour the urine in. And then I prayed over the jar as I was closing it, and then finished praying over the jar while the lid was closed, because my urine smell was horrible at that time. I had need to drink a lot of water. It was about to blow me the fuck out of here. I swear to God. Anyway, oh, that's just a little side note. So be warned. That piss smell is woo, boy. Especially if you don't use it as soon as you piss it. Okay, just so you know. Okay. But anyway, so I took the jar and I set it outside under the double full moon energy in August. And the reason being was because the double full moon energy would mean it double supposed to have that takeaway energy. So I wanted to take away all of those things on that list and keep them away from me and keep me protected from those things. So I set the jar outside overnight. The next morning I got up. I bought the jar inside. I then placed the black candle on top. Now, because the lid is so wide and the candle is so narrow and so short, it doesn't produce a lot of wax. So what I decided to do was drip the wax around the rim of the container to seal it, and then I let the rest of it burn out on top of it. When I was done with that, I placed it in a container and put it behind my door. People have them all over their house. I've seen people do, 3 or 4 witch bottles, thousands of them. I personally feel like your witch bottle is so powerful, especially when you use your own personal belongings, like your own pee, your own fingernail clippings, your own hair, your own blood. That makes it so much powerful. I don't think you need but one. But that's my opinion, and you are welcome to do from 1 to 100, just at least have one. It was probably It probably was about 5, 6 good hours outside underneath the moon energy. I didn't leave it outside like until the sun came up and all of that, because I didn't want nobody looking at my jar and putting their intentions on it. And so that's the reason why I bought it in before then. I let my white candle burn out that night that I initially made the bottle. I recommend you keeping the candle lit until you are finished with your ritual. Even while you're burning the black candle on top of the jar, having a white candle going until the end of the ritual is the best idea. Most people would tell you not to sleep on, your spells or whatever, or your work, but I closed it out before I put it in there, put it outside. Like, I closed my ceremony, and then when I brought it back in, I opened my ceremony again and then closed it back out. So it was like I didn't leave it unattended at all for it to be contaminated. Anyway, I hope you guys do your witch bottle spell. I hope I answered all the questions that you could have had. Yes, petitions are optional. Yes, urine is optional. Yes, the herbs are optional. The black salt, not optional. Must be in the jar. Must be in the jar. The sweet gum tree seed pods, or the witch balls, aka the witch balls, must be in the jar, and it must be 9. That was the original recipe. Broom straws, original recipe. Silver rum, original recipe. The rose stems, original recipe. Florida water, optional. And again, that's me kind of freestyling. I am satisfied with my jar. I'm satisfied with the results. I have several testimonies of, it protecting me. So I encourage you to do your witch bottle. I hope you like this video. I hope you share it. I hope you watch it 1,000 times. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I want to wish you peace, love, and happiness, and good fortune. Love you, family. Subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time.